Good afternoon, everyone. We'll get started.
Your Honor, the reset. When Sheldon them come on, but the reset date is 7/31. Like SAT.
All right, State, are you here?
Yes, Judge. State's here.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, Your Honor. However, we are, is there a second SCA calendar, an add-on calendar coming?
Yes, it's coming. Yes, Ms. Ball.
Okay, wonderful. We can get started with what we have. I just got a call from one of the officers at the jail, and I wanted to make sure.
Right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to begin our Fulton County State Court Expedited Accusations calendar. This is a calendar for cases which individuals have recently been arrested and charged with certain misdemeanor offenses. Soon thereafter, the Fulton County Solicitor General's Office has already accused the cases of the offenses brought against them, and the case has been bound over to the Fulton County, the Fulton County State Court. Nevertheless, this will usually be the defendant's initial appearance before a state court judge, so we are able to handle several matters, including bond, possible arraignment, and a possible plea offer if one has been made by the state at this juncture. I'll also be providing you with a reset date for the SAP calendar, which is July 31st. SAP reset is July 31st. I want to begin by advising everyone that this whole entire proceeding is being recorded as well as live streamed on YouTube, so govern yourselves accordingly. And I also want to remind the defendants on this calendar that you do have certain constitutional rights. The first being that you have a right to representation, so you should know who your attorneys are by now and have spoken to them. Also, you have a right to remain silent. Remember that anything that you state about the facts or the circumstances of your case can and will be held against you. The state is here and they're listening and they're taking notes. So follow the lead of your attorney. Who do we have first, deputies?
Number 12, Ms. Hill.
That's my case, Judge.
Okay. (25 CR 00405-2C), R.E. Hill, charged with 1 count of simple assault, 2nd count of simple battery. Pretrial.
I got first.
Okay.
This
State.
young man is represented by Ms. Shataya, not Mr. Murphy. There's another Hill in the courtroom.
Is this R.E. Hill?
I'm sorry, R.E.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have Ravenhill.
Okay.
Oh, okay, we have 2 Hills, okay. And you said R.E. Hill is represented by whom again?
Shataya.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Deputy Falk, this is you.
Yes, Your Honor. So this happened July 16th, 2025 at 464 Bishop Street Northwest in Atlanta. The defendant and her sister, the victim, Alicia Hill, were in a verbal argument. The defendant swung at Alicia Hill and pulled her hair when Alicia tried to barricade herself in the bathroom. We did have an opportunity to speak with Adriana Johnson, Miss Alicia Hill's mother, because Miss Alicia Hill is 16 years old. She stated they do all live together at that location. Miss Adriana Johnson is also the mother of the defendant. She stated this is the first time the defendant has been violent with them in the residence, and that the defendant is a violent person and they have called the police multiple times. She also stated that she does not wish for the defendant to return to the residence. The victim is scared, and Miss Johnson plans to contact DFACS to find the defendant placement. She did state she will try to be here on the Zoom, so we would like to call for Adriana Johnson. Our recommendation is SOB through pretrial services level 1 with wraparound services. There is some MH issues here. Stay away from 464 Bishop Street Northwest in Atlanta. No further contact with Adriana Johnson and Alicia Hill. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons. 3-day anger awareness, and we are asking for a cosigner because the defendant is 17 years of age. That's all for the state. We'd like to sound for Adriana Johnson.
All right, Adriana Johnson.
Present.
Where are you?
Can you see me? I'm right here.
She's in the upper right-hand corner of the screen under Ari Hill, Your Honor.
Okay, it says R.E. Hill. Okay. All right, Ms. Johnson, do you wish to answer a few questions for me?
Yeah, sure.
All right, raise your right hand for me. Do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes.
All right, and state your name for the record, please.
Adriana Johnson.
Okay. And you are related to the defendant?
Yes.
How are you related?
Mother.
You're her mother. Okay. Spell your first name.
ADRI apostrophe capital ANA.
And all right. Do you want to have any further contact with Ari Hill?
Not at this time.
And are you in fear of Ms. Hill?
Yes.
All right, I don't have anything else, state. You're on
My
mute.
apologies, Your Honor. Ms. Johnson, have you had any success speaking with DFACS about placement for her?
I've had 2 meetings within the since 10:30 until current. I spoke with the new Fulton County case manager from DFATS. I let them know what was being aware and what was the status at this time. So they are trying to staff the case higher up to see how to proceed forward, because as I indicated before, since this is not the first time and DFAS has been continuously involved in this household, that, at this time, unfortunately, my daughter is a threat to everyone in the home. So they're supposed to be following back up with me, hopefully today. In hindsight, I had another meeting with the behavioral intervention specialist who comes 3 times a week in the home.
And
Hold on,
without
hold
getting
on,
into
hold
any,
on. Yeah.
right, without
Yeah.
getting into any
Oh,
MH
sorry.
issues, I just wanted to ask for the
There-
limited purpose
Okay,
of finding out if they are working on placement.
They're working on
Okay.
the behavior specialist as
Got it.
DFAS to send a referral over to youth villages.
Wonderful.
So
Thank you.
who should she be released to?
Potentially, it sounds like youth villages. Is that correct?
Potentially.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, PD Ty.
Yes, Your Honor. My client is 17 years of age. She tells me that she's been a lifelong Atlanta resident. She has family and ties to the community. She's going into the 12th grade, and she told me that she would like to go to college. She tells me that she's been working in the food service industry for the past 2 months, making money on the side. And she also told me that this was her first time being arrested. I was able to reach out to her father, Mr. Andre Hill. He said he would be willing to co-sign her bond. I'm not sure if he's on the Zoom link, but on the Zoom meeting, but I did send him a link as well as a parent co-sign form that he could send to pretrial services. For those reasons, Your Honor, we ask for the lowest bond possible and for any other reasonable conditions.
Hold on. Okay. Couldn't get my camera back going. All right, I understand that she's young, but I want to make sure she understands the severity, what's going on, and that we are trying to help her as well. I'm going to give her a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial, $1,500 on each of the charges. And I guess, I don't know, should it be level 1 or level 2?
Whatever you suggest. I mean, it's first arrest, so 1 is fine.
Okay, level 1. And what we're going to say is that she should be released only to, I guess, youth villages or some similar type agency or services for placement. I guess we're not exactly sure who that would be right now, so that she's not obviously released, to the street per se. And her mom needs, are you going to co-sign, Ms. Johnson? Oh, father's gonna co-sign. What is his name? Do we have his name? Do we have the father's name who's gonna co-sign?
Mr. Hill, Your Honor, Mr. Andre Hill.
Yeah, I'm on. Yeah, I can hear you.
Where are you, Mr. Hill? I have I have to see you.
All right, no, I'm right here.
Okay. All right, Mr. Hill, you're going to co-sign the bond for your daughter, Ari Hill?
I ain't. Yeah, I'm responsible for her showing up for court, and no, I'm not. I'm not co-signing for her. No.
Okay. Is there anyone else, Miss Johnson?
Not at this time. I'm still working on that. I'm still working on that, so.
Okay, well, she'll just have to stay there until we can get a cosigner who qualifies, obviously someone over 18, who is willing to cosign and yes, be responsible for making sure she comes back to her court dates and whatever conditions. Because she would have to also report to pretrial as well. I'm going to order that she take a 2-day anger awareness course. I'm going to order that she have no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. I'm going to order that she go to school. School starts in August. Says she's going to be a senior, that she will finish high school or get her GED. If and when she's released, and I'm not for sure, Deputy Falk, you tell me what you think. I was thinking about a curfew as well, at least during the school year, maybe 20 or 12 months out of the year. What is the state's feeling about a curfew?
Shelley, you muted.
You're muted.
Usually our
It's
curfew
Friday.
is, right,
It's
usually
Friday.
usually the curfew is 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. I will say if DFAX is taking her, they usually
She'll be
create,
okay.
if it's a
Yeah.
DFAX placement, there will be
A curfew.
conditions around her.
So I may leave it off for now so that it's not contradictory, or we have two different times and then she's
Right.
confused about which order to follow. She'll follow our guidelines as well and the conditions. She is to have no further contact with her mother, Adriana Johnson. And is there anyone else, I guess, that she shouldn't have contact with? I know Ms.
Yes,
Johnson.
the
said-
victim, Alicia Hill, Your Honor.
And the victim, Alicia Hill. Is it Hill or Hall? Hill, okay.
It's Alicia Hill. And we're also asking for a stay away from the address 464 Bishop Street Northwest.
All right, and a stay away. So that means, Ms. Hill, you are not to go within 200 yards or 2 football fields of your mother, Adriana Johnson, or Alicia Hill. And, Alicia Hall, I'm sorry. And you are to stay away from them. You're not to have any contact with them right now while you're on bond, or else you'll end up back here at the Fulton County Jail. You are not to contact them by any third parties or relatives or friends. You're not to text them. You're not to use the cell phone to call them right now. They don't want any contact and you should not have any contact. Is that clear? Okay. Okay, so we will release her to whatever program or services or facility that DFAC suggests. And they will come pick her up, so she will technically be on hold until someone comes. And, I think
So
that's it. Did I-
she doesn't need a cosigner. She's just supposed to be released to
Oh, yeah, release the defects, okay.
defect.
Okay.
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 Well, is DFACS or whatever services or programs that DFACS puts in place for her? But I guess they would be the main person on the order regardless.
Okay.
All right, anything else that I need to take up on this matter?
You did do a
No.
curfew, right?
Well, we didn't.
Oh, you said whatever defects do. Okay,
Whatever
okay.
DFAX orders.
All
Yeah,
right.
I don't want
Cool.
this order to be contradictory.
All right.
Okay. All right, thank you. That'll conclude this matter. You all are free to go. Thank you for getting on.
Position number 2, Ms. Armstrong.
Okay. You're gonna be rocking and rolling.
Judge, this is first arrest.
Thank you. All right, this is position 2. 25 CR 00405. 5J, Robert Alexander, charge of 1 count of simple battery family violence. And first date,
Yes, Your Honor. This
Your
happened
Honor,
March,
this is number 3, Ms. Armstrong.
oh,
Deja Armstrong, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
okay. This is 25 CR 0040554F. Deja Armstrong charged with 2 counts of battery and 3 counts of simple battery. And pretrial, is this the same or no?
It is her first arrest, Your Honor.
Okay, first arrest as well. All right, go ahead, State.
This happened March 18th of 2025 at 1667 Woodbury Avenue in East Point. Miss Sharon Moore and the defendant, who were friends, were celebrating St. Patrick's Day. They had gone from one location, a bar, to another. And at that point, according to Miss Moore, the defendant attacked her, beat her up, punched her, drug her across the street by her hair. Miss Moore was missing hair, had scratches to her arm and scratches to her forehead. We did speak with Miss Moore. She stated that she and the defendant were friends. She confirmed the events in the warrant. She stated she still does not know why the defendant attacked her, and she has not seen or spoken to the defendant since this incident. She does not wish to have contact with the defendant, and she wants her to stay away from her residence, which is 1667 East Woodbury Avenue in East Point. Ms. Moore will be on the Zoom. We are agreeable to an SOB through pretrial services level 1, since this is her first arrest, 2 days of anger awareness, no further contact with Sharon Moore, stay away from 1667 East Woodbury Avenue in East Point, and no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. We would at this time like to sound for Sharon Moore. That's all for the state.
Okay, Ms. Moore, Sharon Moore.
Yes.
All right, do you wish to address the court today briefly?
Yes.
If you do, you have to turn on your camera. I have to see you and swear you in first.
One moment.
Ms. Moore, I'm trying to see if you have yeah, thank you. And I'm gonna ask you to put a shirt or something on. Turn your camera off, please.
One moment.
This is open court, and you have to dress like you're coming to court. Okay, we have a large calendar, Ms. Moore. If you can't come on shortly,
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
I'm ready.
All right, raise your right hand for me. Do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes.
All right, put your hand down for me. And what is your relation to the defendant?
We were friends.
Friends, okay. Were you living together?
No.
Okay. All right, and do you want to have any further contact with Ms. Armstrong?
No.
Are you in fear of Ms. Armstrong?
No.
Okay. All right. I don't have any other questions. State, do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, and is this PD Chatai?
Yes, Your Honor. No objection to the state's recommendation. I'd like to add that Ms. Armstrong is 28 years old. She's a lifelong resident of Atlanta. She has a 10th grade education, and currently she works at Uber full-time.
All right, and State, give me your recommendation again, please.
SOB through pretrial services level 1, 2 days anger awareness, no further contact with Sharon Moore, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, stay away from 1667 East Woodbury Avenue in East Point.
All right. I'll make it a $5,000 signature bond through pretrial. That's 1,000 on each of the charges. Level 1. I'm going to order Ms. Armstrong that you stay away from the incident location. Have no further contact with Sharon Moore. No drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. I'm gonna order the 2-day anger awareness course, which is free through pretrial. And I think that's it. Anything else, council? Nope. All right, that's it. Thank you.
Number 13, Ms. Hill. Come on. This is Dennis Murphy client.
Okay. This is 25 CR 004059C, Raven Hill, charge at 1 count of simple battery.
First,
First. Okay. Shelley, you're muted again. I'm sorry, Deputy Falk, you're muted again.
I was just letting you know, I'm actually looking for Raven Hill on our list and I do not see her. If Your Honor could just give me a moment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't see a Raven Hill on our list. But we can move on to the next person. And in the meantime, I'll get the information on Raven Hill.
Okay.
ACDC, you can go.
Good afternoon, Judge. I have
Good
position
afternoon.
number 1, Adam.
Okay. 25 CR 004056B, Imani Renee Adams, charged with 2 counts of simple battery family violence, pretrial.
it's an 8th arrest. I got open entering auto out of Cobb. On probation in the cab for simple battery. 2024 FTA, 23 FTA. 2022 trespass. Simple assault conviction. 2021 simple battery DV conviction.
All right.
Your
Okay.
Honor, Miss Adams, this incident happened July 1st of 2025 at 1504 Mary George Avenue Northwest in Atlanta. Miss Layla Hamrick, who is blind, had allowed the defendant to stay at that location because she and her daughter, Destiny Hamrick, are friends. However, at some point after 3 weeks of living together, they asked her to leave because they were not happy with how the defendant was cleaning up after her child. The defendant, in the process of leaving, began verbally arguing with Miss Layla Hamrick and Miss Destiny Hamrick and pulled Miss Layla Hamrick away from the doorway of the residence and struck her. The Uber driver who was there to pick up the defendant was called by Miss Hamrick to break up the fight and was able to get the defendant to leave. This was all captured on their Ring doorbell. As you've heard, the defendant has 8 cycles. They are almost exclusively for some sort of violence. A 2023 family violence conviction out of DeKalb, a 2024 family violence simple battery conviction out of DeKalb, a 2024 simple assault conviction out of Cobb that was reduced from aggravated assault, a 2023 FTA and a 2024 FTA, and an entering auto arrest that was literally happened in July of 2025 that is still pending in Cobb. So needless to say, she's racking up quite a bit of history in a short time. We did speak with Miss Hamrick. She stated that the defendant is her daughter's friend's sister. She confirmed the events in the warrant. She stated they had given her a time frame of how long she could be there and when it was time for her to leave. And she got upset when it was time for her to leave and began arguing with them and then attacked her. She stated Ms. Hamrick has stated she has not seen or spoken to the defendant since this incident. She wants no contact with her and wants her to stay away. We are asking for a $6,000 split bond, $3,000 surety, and $3,000 through pretrial services level 2. No further contact with Destiny Hamrick and Layla Hamrick. Stay away from 1504 Mary George Avenue Northwest. And no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. We're also asking for family violence intervention program. At this time, we would like to sound for Miss Layla Hamrick or Miss Destiny Hamrick if they are here. That's all for the state.
All right. PD Chachai.
Thank you, Your Honor. Miss Adams is 24 years old. She tells me that she's a lifelong resident of the Atlanta area. She has a GED. Currently, she works from home as a salesperson. She's been doing that type of job since she was 17, but with this particular company, she's been there for the past year, so she has stable employment. And she also told me that she's on food stamps, as well as full custody of her two children who are 5 and 2 years old. For those reasons, Your Honor, most importantly, because she needs to look after her children, she asks for the lowest bond possible and the lowest bond amount that's reasonable for her case.
Okay. All right. I think I will order a $3,000 surety bond. And with that surety bond, it's $1,500 on each. I will order that she stay away from the incident location, have no further contact with the victim. Is it Layla Hambrick?
Yes, Your Honor, and Destiny Hamrick.
And Destiny Hambrick, which is her daughter. And no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And that should be it.
Add on position number 9, Mr. Michael Thompson.
Okay.
And
Let's see, I don't have my add-on calendar yet, do you?
yes, I can forward that to you, Your Honor. We also are already on Raven Hill. So we could do that while you're receiving the calendar.
Okay.
No, please disregard that calendar that was sent out. It has errors on there. They're gonna send out another one.
Okay, so I'm not going to send you that calendar, Your Honor.
Right.
We can do Raven Hill. The state is ready.
Okay.
No, get out the front row. Number 13.
Okay.
First arrest.
Thank
Yep.
you. This is 25 CR 4059C Raven Hill, charge of 1 count of simple battery.
Your Honor, this incident happened July 17th, 2025 at 146 Candlelight Lane Southwest in Atlanta. Miss Jasmine Billings was at that location to pick up her property because she was told the home was being foreclosed on and the tenants were being evicted. The defendant, who is her sibling, pushed through her property outside. Jasmine and the defendant were then in a verbal altercation. Jasmine was recording her. Jasmine Billings was recording the defendant, and the defendant pushed her down to the ground. The defendant then left the location. Witnesses who were there stated the defendant was also forbidden to enter the property, but no proof of either individual being banned from the property was provided to officers. We are agreeable to an SOB through pretrial services level 1 since this is the first arrest. No further violent contact. Well, let's modify that to no further contact with Jasmine Billings, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and 2-day anger awareness. At this time, we would like to sound for Jasmine Billings. That's all for the state.
All right, Jasmine Billings. Jasmine Billings. All right. Whose case is this?
My case, Judge.
Go ahead, Mr. Murphy.
Ms. Hill is age 27. She's employed as a teaching paraprofessional. She actually resides at 146 Candlelight Lane Southwest, Atlanta 30331. She resides there with her brother. Your Honor, she has a 2-year-old and an 11-year-old, and she's able to maintain employment. We are amenable to the conditions for the signature bond. And again, there had been a TPO in place against Jasmine Billings. Apparently that's expired, but my client will certainly stay away from her and is not looking to have any contact whatsoever with her. And again, they do not work together. They do not reside together. And we'd ask the court to consider the signature bond with the conditions.
Right, I will grant the signature bond, but I'm just trying to make sure Ms. Hill understands she will have to find somewhere else to go live while she's on
No,
bond.
Your Honor, Miss Hill lives at that address. The state isn't asking
Yeah.
for a stay away for
No
Ms.
stay
Hill.
away. Okay. Okay. All right, then I'm fine with that. I'll order a $2,000 signature bond through pretrial. That would be level 1, 2-day anger awareness course. No drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. No further contact with Jasmine Billings. And that will be it.
Appreciate the grace of the court. Thank you, Your Honor.
Welcome.
Number 19, Nelson.
You said Renee King.
Cassandra Nelson, Your Honor, position 19.
I didn't hear that too well. Okay, 25 CR 004044J, Cassandra Nelson, charge of 1 count of battery family violence, 2nd count of simple battery family violence. Pretrial.
2023 simple assault arrest, 2019 simple assault, 2017 failure to appear, 16 trespass conviction, 14 failure to appear. I had a 2010 ag assault dismissed.
Okay. Go ahead.
Thank you, Judge. So this incident took place Wednesday, July 16th. This was at 120 North Avenue, Northwest Atlanta. It's an apartment complex. The defendant struck her partner, Miss Jessica Reynolds, who lives with her there at the location, in the face. Officers observed the swelling on the victim's face and blood on her shirt, so swelling and bleeding. With respect to victim contact, we've not been able to reach the victim here. We will continue those efforts, but given it, from what it looks like, her entire history consists of violent arrests here. That NOLO simple battery from 2010 and several simple assault arrests, and I believe one is currently open out of Clayton from 2023, in addition to several FTAs. So for those reasons, the state will be asking for $2,000 surety total, $1,500 on the battery family violence, $500 on the simple battery family violence for the defendant to complete FFIB, have no further contact with Jessica Reynolds, stay away from the complex at 120 North Avenue in Atlanta, no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond, and we would sound for Miss Reynolds at this time.
Miss Reynolds? Miss Reynolds. All right, go ahead. Oh.
It's
Mr.
me.
McClung. Okay,
Thank-
Mr. McClung.
Your Honor, Ms. Nelson is 36. She's local. Her emergency numbers are local. She's been in the Atlanta area for a long time, perhaps since birth, but I didn't check on that. But it's we are aware of her arrest record, and the conviction record is much smaller. She's been through 12th grade. She's industrious in her work. We would ask the court she doesn't have any FTAs that I saw. So hopefully she has no FTAs whatsoever, and she won't miss court. We would ask the court to consider signature bond. If that's not possible, Your Honor, we'd rather have a $1,000 surety bond.
Okay. I'm going to order the $2,000 surety bond. With that $2,000 surety bond, that'll be 1,000 on each of the charges. I'm going to order that she stay away from the incident location and have no further contact with the victim in this case. I'm gonna order that she have no guns, weapons, alcohol, drugs while on bond. And I think that's it. Anything else, counsel?
That is all from the stage.
Nothing. That's all.
Okay.
Position 4 and 5, Donna Beatty.
I'll read both cases. I'll sound for them anyway. First case is 25 CR 004042G. Donald Bailey is charged with one count of theft by shoplifting and a second count of theft by deception. And then position 5, he's charged with the same 2 charges: theft by deception, theft by shoplifting, one in May and one in April. That April matters 25 CR 004043G.
24. Got open trespass in state court. It's 25 CR 001-120G. I got FTAs from this year and last year. 2018, 2016 theft by deception conviction, 2016 theft by taking no-low, and a 2016 robbery first offender. That's all.
And Your Honor, the defendant actually has a third case that should have gone through. Pull up that case. Okay. It doesn't seem to have gotten a CR number yet, but I still want to put the facts on the record of this case because he's in jail on this charge as well. So we can start with the other 2 cases, and then in the meantime, I'll try filing this down again and see if we can get a CR number on his third case. But let me start with his first 2. All right. So the first offense, Your Honor, happened on, let's see, position. So we'll start with position 4. That was the incident that happened on May 10th of 2025. In that case, the defendant entered the target at 13055 Highway 9 in Milton. He shopped for about 2 hours, got $163.73 worth of items, went to the customer care department, and then made a fraudulent return for the items that he walked around and shopped for and got $163.73 back. The defendant then exited the store with unpaid items, including ice cream, 3 sets of JBL headphones, and Mountain Dew, and was then charged with both theft by shoplifting and theft by deception. The other case, position number 5, that case happened on April 29th of 2025 at 6000 North Point Parkway, Alpharetta, which is another target. The defendant went into the store on April 29th, got a pillow, a sheet, set, and a shoe rack in an amount of $50. He tried to return those items using an older receipt from a different location, but was denied because they noticed the suspicious activity of him walking around and taking these items. He then left with the items, shoplifting them, and then returned the following day on the 30th and returned the items in the same method he tried to do the day before and how he did in May at the other target. Lastly, he does have a July 16th, 2024 criminal trespass. That is the case that we filed down again. That one, he was criminally trespassed previously from 970 Mansell Road in Walmart for retail fraud. He went back to that location and was arrested. As you've heard, the defendant has 23 cycles. He has an FTA from March of 2025 from DeKalb, an arrest for theft by deception and criminal trespass in Roswell in March of 2025, a March of 2024 FTA from Fulton, a January 2023 criminal trespass and theft by deception from Chamblee, an FTA from DeKalb in 2016. And he's currently on robbery first offender. Well, he may have resolved that in DeKalb in 2018. The bond is currently set on position number 4. The bond is currently set at $1,200, $600 per count. On position number 5, the bond is currently set at $2,000. And on the criminal trespass, the bond is set at $780. So that is a total of $3,980. We're asking that the bond remain as set. And we're asking that he stay away from all Walmart and Target stores and have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. That's all for the state.
All right. PD Chagall.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Beatty informed me that he's 41 years old. He's a lifelong resident of Georgia. He has a GED. He also told me that he went to Atlanta Area Tech where he got a degree in auto body collision repair. Currently, he's self-employed. He does interior renovations and designs, and he's been doing that for about the past 5 or 6 years. And lastly, Your Honor, he wanted the court to know that he has a wife and a 23-year-old son to provide for at home. So for those reasons, he asks for the lowest bond amount that's reasonable.
I believe that the bonds as they are set are reasonable. And I'm not going to change those bonds. I'm going to leave all 3 bonds on the 3 cases as they are. Okay, thank you.
Are you doing the stairway?
And Your Honor,
Oh, I'm sorry, I need to add a few
yeah,
things.
we are
I just
asking
thought
Bill for
about
a
that, right.
Thank you.
So let me add to stay away from all Targets and all Walmarts in Fulton County while he's on bond. Don't go to either of those stores. There's enough other stores to shop at. And no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And I think that's it. Anything else, Deputy Falk?
Just one more thing, Your Honor, on the position number 5, since we did add the charge of theft by shoplifting, we'd ask that $2,000 surety bond be split $1,000 per charge. It will still leave the bond as the same, but that way every charge will have a bond attached.
Thank you. Okay, got it.
So what's the total for number 4?
For number 4, the total is a $1,200 surety bond. It's $600 per count in the jail system. Position 5 is going to be $1,000 per count for $2,000 surety bond. And then the criminal trespass, which we should be getting a number 4 shortly, is a $780 surety bond. And all of those are preset bonds.
780. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Number 20, Park.
This is 25 CR 004041F. Samuel Walker III, charged with 1 count of battery, family violence.
You said Parks?
Samuel Walker.
Walker?
Is that 25? Everyone has Walker's 25.
I thought she said 20. I'm sorry. 25 is Walker.
Park, number 20.
Huh? I'm sorry. Say that
This is
again.
position number 20, Christina Park.
Oh, you
I
did
thought I
say
heard.
that.
Yeah.
Okay. Apologize for that. 25 CR 004061E, Christina Laurie Parks, charged with 2 counts of battery, family violence, 1 count of cruelty to children in the 3rd, and 2 counts of simple battery, family violence. Pre-trial.
I got 19, 2 FTAs from 2015 and some probations from 2012 and 11. If she has violence, is older than 2011. If you give her pretrial, I think 2 was the recommendation.
Okay.
And I didn't see any violence, Judge. This incident took place July 17th this was yesterday, at 120 Cabot's Cove Court in Alpharetta. Law enforcement responded to a domestic disturbance and made contact with the victim in this case, Mr. Harrison Fulford. who explained that the defendant, his wife, had attacked him during an argument. This happened when the defendant's husband, Mr. Fulford, had his arms up, asking her to stay home and discuss how the children's supervision would be handled for that day. The defendant bit and then grabbed around Mr. Fulford by his neck, leaving visible abrasions and teeth marks. I believe she bit him on the arm. During the argument, the officer saw these injuries. And this all took place in front of it was juvenile VP, who is 12 years old. She stated that the defendant was very exaggerated in the accusations of the verbal argument and was escalating the situation. We have spoken with Mr. Fulford here. He explained they are married, they live together, and at that incident location and share 3 children, not including juvenile VP. The victim stated that he was asking the defendant to stay and talk to him before she left, and then the defendant bit him on the arm. He tried to get the defendant to sit next to him, at which point she pushed him by the neck, causing injury there. And he expressed this sort of thing has never happened before, and that he's not in fear of the defendant and wants to continue contact, and wants her to return to the residence. However, given the recency of this incident and the presence of a child, there hasn't been a sufficient cooling off period yet. State will be asking for no further contact and a stay away for the time being. In total, we're asking for a signature bond through pretrial services for the defendant to complete FFIT, have no further contact with Harrison Fulford, stay away from 120 Cabot's Cove Court in Alpharetta, and no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while on bond. And if we could, please sound for Mr. Fulford at this time.
Okay, I believe I see Mr. Fulford. Is it? And I may be mispronouncing, I apologize.
Yes, that's my name.
Okay, do you wish to briefly address the court today?
Yeah, it was.
Hold on 1 second. Let me raise your right hand for me and let me swear you in. Do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
I do.
Okay, now this is not your trial. You put your hand down. This is a bond hearing, so you will have another opportunity to give other details or things about the incident. So I'm only checking first to see, are you in fear of Ms. Parks?
Not at all.
Okay, do you want to have any additional contact with Ms. Parks?
Yes, I would like her to come home as soon as possible. We have several children together. This type of thing has never happened before. I don't foresee it happening again in any capacity. We've been together for 10 years. I'm very much in love. We're just a little stressed out right now. I'm switching jobs, and I don't think that this is a continuing circumstance.
Okay, all right. Just want to make sure that you're going to be safe. And as the state said that there's been the ample cooling down period. I think it's
Yeah.
probably less than 24 hours at this point.
I think that everything's super safe. I mean, she's a fantastic mother. She's a great wife. This was completely a one-off. I'm already cooled off. I wasn't mad or upset when the officers were here. If you could talk to them, already calm. Has no hard feelings or anything like that. I love her very much. I'd like her home as soon as possible.
Okay. All right, let's hear from, thank you for getting on the Zoom. Now let's hear from her attorney.
Your Honor, she's 38 years old, and we have no objection to the signature bond notion. We think that maybe the FVIP would be premature if it's indicated, but we would rather have the court, if the court is going to order classes, perhaps anger management at this time or anger awareness. Your Honor, she, well, I won't go into demographic information because it's a signature bond request. jointly. We'll defer to the court's judgment of Mr. Fulford's testimony so that that will cover the appropriate conditions. Thank you.
I'm so sorry to interrupt. I also have no other child care for work, for what it's worth. Just putting that out there.
You said that you all had how many children together? 7, I thought.
We have a 1-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 4-year-old with autism, and a 12-year-old stepdaughter.
Okay.
And she's instrumental in taking care of them every day. We don't do daycare.
So you've been managing, you've
She
been managing?
she takes care. Yeah, she's the homemaker right now. She completely takes care of the children in the home.
All right, think I will grant a signature bond through pretrial services level 2. And let's see, with the breakdown, I think on the 2 battery charges, 1,500. Then on the cruelty charge, 1,000. And then 1,000 on each of the simple battery charges. Is that 7? I mean 3.
I got 6. You got 6,000 or 7?
6,000.
Okay.
Right. So that'll be a $6,000 signature bond through pretrial level 2. I'm gonna order a 2-day anger awareness course. I'm going to order no further violent contact with the victim, Mr. Fulford, if I'm pronouncing that correct. We'll see and hope there won't be any more incidents. So and I won't order the stay away, but just no further violent contact with you or the child while on bond. No drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And I think that's it. Did I leave out anything, counsel?
Your Honor, for what it's worth, we were arguing in a bathroom, and there wasn't a child present while we were arguing.
No, not the time for that. It's past the probable cause at this point, but you can talk to the either the victim witness advocate after this to get into those particulars, okay? Yeah, not gonna address those matters at the bond hearing. All right, thank you for getting on. She will be released when she's released. It'll take a moment.
Position number 7, Mr. Carter.
Seven, Devontae Carter, 25 CR 004065J. 1 count of driving failure to signal lane change. 2nd count, driving improper or erratic lane change, following too closely, speeding, reckless driving, and willful obstruction for law enforcement officer.
7 total. We got to open terrorist threats out of the cab. 2024 trespass out of Tennessee. I don't recall any driving related charges.
Yeah,
Just
there
violence.
weren't. I didn't see any either.
Okay.
Your Honor, this happened July 16th, 2025 on Georgia State Route 92. The defendant was going 56 and a 45. The officers observed him making multiple lane changes, passing without a signal, passing less than 3 feet away from other vehicles, essentially driving quite aggressively on the roadway. After being stopped, the defendant pulled away from the officers when being handcuffed, refused to walk back to the patrol vehicle, and yelled F you in the officer's face. As you've heard, the defendant has 6 cycles. They're mainly for things like terroristic threats. He has a 2013 conviction for cruelty to child out of DeKalb County in the 2nd degree. and that terroristic threats is pending in DeKalb. His bond is currently set at $8,430 surety bond. We're asking for it to be reduced to a $3,000 surety bond, which is $500 per count, no driving, and no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. That's all for the state.
All right. Chatai?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Carter informed me that he's 32 years of age. He was born and raised in the Atlanta area. He finished high school here. He's been working in general labor for the past 3 to 4 years. And he also told me that he has a 12-year-old child that he provides for financially and takes care of. For those reasons, Your Honor, he asks for the lowest bond possible.
All right. I'm going to order the $3,000 surety bond, which is a reduction with 500, let's see,
It would be 500 per count since there are,
500.
yes, since there are six
Six.
counts, if I was counting correctly.
Right. Yes, I was doing the math as well. 6 counts, 6 counts, and that will be a $3,000 surety bond. Stay away from the incident location. No drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. Anything else?
Your Honor, because of the location, we don't need a stay away. It was on the Georgia State Route 92. And since I'm not exactly sure what that drives through, I don't want to have him stay away in case he needs that to get to and from his home. If we're not going to do a no driving.
No driving unless she, well, it doesn't say that she doesn't have a license, does it?
It does not say that he doesn't have a license. So, but if Your Honor is not going to order no driving, the state would rather not do a stay away, given that is not a small roadway.
Okay. All right, let's do it that way. No stay away. Because his license may still be okay. But certainly to follow all the driving laws and rules of the road while you're out there, Mr. Carter. And that should do it. Oh, I'm sorry, no
Number
drugs,
21.
alcohol. I'm sorry, no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. That's it.
Number 21, Reynolds.
$25 CR 004062A, Carol Ann Reynolds, possession and use of drug-related object.
25, 2022 trespass, 2020 disorderly conduct conviction. This SOB jail, that's the recommendation. It's a
Okay.
drug-related object.
Yeah, Judge, so this incident took place July 16th. This was at 882 Fox Street in Atlanta. Police were called in reference to a dispute between roommates, one of whom was the defendant. And during ID checks, the officer discovered the defendant had a failure to appear warrant out of DeKalb County, actually. That warrant was confirmed, and the defendant was detained naturally. Upon a safety search, the glass smoking pipe with that was blackened at both ends, believed to be a crack pipe, was found on her person. Given that open FTA out of DeKalb, the state's recommendation, and she is being held out on that, a foreign county hold there. State's recommendation is that the bond remains set at $780 surety, and for the defendant to have no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond.
All right. Let's see, McLean or Murphy, which one?
It's mine, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. We would ask the court to consider a signature bond at this time that would send her to the hold. And she's in a program. She has had a history of a job history of odd jobs and construction, temporary services, very industrious through the years. High school graduate. She's a local person, and she just needs to jump back into that program and take care of business. We would ask the court to consider the idea of a signature bond through the jail or a signature bond through pretrial if possible.
I don't think this is one of the restricted charges. Is that right, Deputy Falk?
I'm not sure if drug-related objects is a restricted charge, but the FTA does make it bond restricted.
Okay.
So I would say that it's likely bond restricted because of the FTA. Your Honor could always do a signature bond through pretrial services, but I don't believe a signature bond through the jail would be able to be done given her FTA history.
All right. I will order the $800 surety bond. And with that surety bond, no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And I don't recall, was there a stay away?
There was not, Judge.
Okay, all right. And just no further contact with the victim?
There wouldn't have been a victim here, and no one was necessarily identified.
Oh, just found with that on there.
Correct, Judge.
Okay, and so then just the $800 surety bond?
Was it 750?
Was it 750 or 800? I thought it was 800.
I had 780, Judge.
Oh, 780. Okay. I just wrote down the wrong thing. 780. Okay. So 780 surety bond, no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And that would be it.
Number Glenn.
Courtroom 2, can I make a request? Mr. Schnipper is here on position 18. Mr. William McCrary. Is Mr. McCrary in the courtroom?
No.
That's my case, Judge.
I've been retained.
Okay.
I've been retained to represent Mr. McCrary. I think there was some some confusion. Is he on the calendar today? I was told he was number 18.
He is. He's position
Yeah.
18. They just need to bring him into the courtroom. We have a lot of people, so the jail needs to, they can't bring everybody at once. But as soon as
Gotcha.
they bring him, they'll let you know.
Thank you.
Okay.
Number 10, Glenn.
If that's Terry Glenn, that's mine, Judge.
Okay. This is 25 CR 004060B. Terry Glenn, charged with 1 count of terroristic threats and acts.
I got first.
Okay.
This happened June 28th, Your Honor, 2025 at 2165 Point View Drive, apartment K in East Point. Miss Shakira Jones was in a verbal argument with her son, the defendant, about his use of drugs and carrying weapons in and out of her home. The defendant then threatened to fight her and stated he would shoot her in the face. This occurred in front of Shaquavia Glenn, who he asked to hold his weapon as he tried to fight his mother. The defendant then left the house with a handgun tucked into his waistband. The officers, we have had a chance to talk with Miss Jones, who is the mother of the defendant. They do live together at that location. She confirmed the events in the warrant. She stated she has issues with the defendant being disrespectful, that he suffers from some MH issues, and that she has not seen the defendant since this incident. She stated she wants the defendant to return to the residence and wants no violent contact. I understand this is the defendant's first arrest, but the fact that he had a gun, had been having an argument with his mother about bringing guns into the house and using drugs in the home, and then threatened to shoot her in the face and try to fight his mom is just, if he is not complying with the necessary medication, I don't believe he should be in the home with his mother. We are asking for because of gun use, we are asking for a high surety bond, a $10,000 surety bond, no further violent contact with Shakira Jones, stay away from 2165 Point View Drive in East Point, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and comply with any medication or treatment as recommended. Miss Jones is stated she will be here on the Zoom. So at this time, we'd like to sound for Shakira Jones.
All right, Shakira Jones. Shakira Jones.
Here, I'm here.
Do you wish to briefly address the court today?
Yes.
All right, I was going to say, turn your camera on and raise your right hand for me. Do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And are you in fear of Mr. Glenn?
No, ma'am, I'm not.
Do you want to have any further contact with Mr. Glenn?
Yes, I do. I
Okay.
just don't want no violence. I love my son. I do. I just want him to do right. I mean, yes, he's supposed to be on medication, but I mean, at the end of the day, he has a lot going on. He's a young teenager. But I love my son. I want him at home with me. I just don't want the violent part. He just need to do what his mother asked him to do. That's it.
And all right, I have that. Let's hear from his attorney.
Judge, Mr. Glenn's age 17. He's indicated that he's a senior at Tri High School. He did reside at that household. He has no other place to go to. It is his first arrest. He's aware of the conditions that would probably be required for him to return home, and he's agreed that he would comply with whatever the court would deem necessary. And we would again ask for a signature bond given these circumstances. He has no assets whatsoever.
Okay. Given some of the facts that are a little alarming, I want to make sure, although you stated he's 17, correct?
Yes, Judge.
And so has he graduated from high school or not?
No, he's a senior in Tri-Cities going into his senior year.
Yeah, you did say that, Tri-Cities. Okay. I'm going to order our $6,000 surety bond. If Mr. Glenn still has any weapons or guns, he needs to turn them over immediately to the sheriff's department. But while he's on bond, no drugs, alcohol, weapons.
He don't have any weapons.
Excuse me, who's talking? Okay. All right, well, if he doesn't, then fine, but he shouldn't. And he can't have any while he's on bond. But if he does, he needs to turn them over. No drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns. And it's no further violent contact, did you say, Deputy Falk?
Your Honor, the state recommended no further contact, but I do understand that his mother wants contact with him. We're just very concerned about the level of escalation here.
Mm-hmm. And okay, well, since you've spoken to the mother and as well, we'll do the no further violent contact. And let's do a curfew. And I think that's 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. or 7 a.m.
It's usually 9 p.m. to 6 a.m.
And we'll do that curfew for Mr. Glenn. Anything else?
You said
Nothing.
6,000?
Yeah, 6,000.
So, Judge, that's 6,000 surety bond.
Yes.
Okay, Judge. Again, given that there was testimony that he had some MH issues and there's no assets, would the court reconsider perhaps a $3,000 surety bond?
No, not at this time. I'm concerned about the gun, and terroristic threats are pretty serious. I want to make sure Mr. Glenn understands that he needs to correct his behavior, graduate from high school, and become a productive citizen.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mm-hmm.
Judge, I do have a quick announcement before we move on to position number 23, Ms. Richardson.
Mhm.
My announcement is this, Judge. I'm looking for Miss Demaya Smith. She's on the pull sheet, but she's not on the court calendar. And she's also not on the add-on. So I wanted to know if she's been dismissed or NOD.
Disregard the add-on.
Okay.
They coming with another one. They're just not ready yet.
Okay, so 23 is a NOD?
No, 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 no.
No.
I'm asking for Demaya Smith if her case is dismissed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What was her name?
Can you give me the booking number on this one? Samaya Smith,
Booking number, yes, it's going to be 251-3030. First name Demaya, last name Smith.
We were unaware of her, so I need to see if we can get that case worked up.
Hold on. No, Miss Demaya Smith?
Yes.
Yeah, I worked that case up. It should be.
Oh, okay. It wasn't showing a CR number. That's why I was saying that.
Yeah, I think her name's
Details.
D''MYA.
It has a CR number from what I can see, 25 CR 004068, and then that is Y.
Okay, so it'll be on the add-on. Okay, thank you, ASG Sirocco. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
So she is going to be on the add-on, Ms. Fox?
Yeah. Should be.
Should be, yes.
And this is position number 23, Richardson.
Okay. 25 CR 004063A. Is it Tyree Richardson? Charged with driving hit and run, duty of a driver to stop, driving improper or erratic lane change, and following too closely. Pre-trial.
Second. She got to open the DeKalb County case for battery and trespass.
Okay.
And that is what I had as well, Judge. This incident took place April 12th of this year at the intersection of Boulevard Southeast. Yes, that is the name of the road. And Memorial Drive Southeast, Atlanta. Law enforcement was dispatched to an automobile accident here. The officer made contact with the victim, the other driver, Miss Jeresia Blankenship, who explained that an individual later identified as the defendant had struck her vehicle while she was traveling north on Boulevard. Miss Blankenship was operating in the right-hand lane. The defendant's vehicle came from behind her, started changing lanes, and struck her vehicle on the rear right side. Did not stop or exchange any information before leaving the area, but the make, model, license plate of that vehicle was noted. And on July 14th, photo lineup was conducted, and the defendant was positively identified by the victim here. The state's recommendation is a signature bond through pretrial services. It's currently set at a $4,200 total surety, but we're fine with the signature bond through pretrial services. No drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond.
All right.
No objection, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. I will, let's see what the breakdown will be. I guess is that 1,000 on each or 1,200 on the hit and run and 1,000 on the other three, which will make it 4,200 signature bond through pretrial. Level 1. And no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And no driving unless you have the proper driver's license or credentials that you need to drive. I'm not for sure the status.
I believe it's well, I can't speak to the vehicle, but her license is current and valid, I believe.
Okay. If it is, then that's fine, but if not, no driving. If it's not valid. And I think that's it. Anything else?
What's that total?
4,200, 1,200 on the hit and run and 1,000 on the other three.
And what was the calendar number?
Position 23.
23. Thank you.
Mhm.
Number 15.
Judge, I'm sorry, what level is this? Signature bond to pretrial
Level
level
1.
what?
Level 1.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Number 15.
Macmillian.
Your Honor,
Hmm.
you said it was 3,200?
Should be 1, 2, 3, 4. First one was 1,200 and then 1,000 on the others, because it was 4,200 surety. So I just made it 4,200 SOB pre-trial. Did I do my math wrong?
Did I? Charges.
You have another, oh, let's
Oh,
see.
okay.
You got one more?
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. What was my,
okay, no worries.
I spoke the chart.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to 15,
Yep, first arrest.
okay? All right, this is 25 CR 004058E, Jonathan Macmillan, charged with 1 count possession of a pistol or revolver by a person under 18 years of age. State?
Yes, Your Honor. This incident happened on July 17th, 2025 at 1100 Hammond Drive in Atlanta, which is the Arabella Perimeter Apartments. Defendant had a pistol tucked in his waistband, and there had been previous reports of him loitering in the area looking into vehicles. He was confronted by officers and they saw a handgun with an extended magazine in his waistband. The defendant then declared he was open carry. However, he had to be educated by the officers that because he is younger than 18, he cannot carry handguns in public. Although this is his first arrest, we do have some concerns regarding the fact he was carrying a handgun, and there had been previous reports of him looking into vehicles and loitering in the area where I do not believe he currently resides. For that reason, we are asking for a $5,000 surety bond, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and stay away from the Arabella Perimeter Apartments at 1100 Hammond Drive in Atlanta, Georgia. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons. That's all for the state.
All right, PD Chita.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Macmillan is 17 years of age. He moved to the Atlanta area recently. I believe he moved this January here. He's currently not in school, but he tells me that he does want to get his GED as soon as he leaves custody. Currently, he does not have a home, and he most likely would not be able to afford the surety amount that the state's asking for, Your Honor. I asked him if he had any parents. He couldn't tell me who his parents were. I'm not sure what his situation currently is, but I was able to get in touch with one of his cousins, Mr. Dester Hodges, and Mr. Hodges told me he couldn't be here to potentially co-sign him out on bond if that's what Your Honor requires. But he did get me in touch with a sibling of his, Mr. Tyleek. He's here on the Zoom call, and I believe he would be willing to co-sign Mr. Macmillan out on bond. I did send him the cosign link and the email where he's supposed to send it to. So with that in mind, Your Honor, given his age, I ask for the lowest bond amount that's reasonable for him.
I know that, again, this is the first arrest, sort of similar to the other case. We have 17-year-olds doing adult acts of carrying guns and things of that nature. Not sure what he intended to do with it, but it is concerning to me. And, the fact that he's not in school, and you said he just moved here to Georgia in January.
Yes.
So he's a very new resident, so I don't know if he's gonna intend to stay or come back. Especially with, sounds like there's no personal ties here, no family or relatives you could find, except this one.
He has 2 cousins.
2 cousins. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go with the $5,000 surety bond. No drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. If he has any other guns, he needs to turn them over to the sheriff's department immediately. And stay away from the apartments at the 1100 Hammond Drive. I'm assuming he doesn't live there because you said he was challenged a little bit there. Maybe a social worker can visit him and maybe help find him some housing. But I'm going to go with the $5,000 signature bond. I'm sorry, surety bond. and then to stay away from the apartment complex. Anything else?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Judge, I do have another quick announcement for position number 6, Ms. Browder. She's refusing to talk to an attorney. She was assigned to Alex Chataya.
Okay, are we resetting her till tomorrow?
Your Honor, she has been reset multiple times since last week. She's actually was reset. She came into our jail, I believe, on the 11th, and she's been reset several times since then. I would ask that the PD's office either have her sign a waiver or something needs to happen because she keeps getting reset.
Oh, okay. Thanks for the info. I was not aware. PDs, what are you all going to do?
I don't know what the procedure is, Your Honor. This has been an issue in the past, and we've never really resolved what happens when a client or a potential client or, excuse me, a defendant keeps getting reset indefinitely and they're refusing to talk to a public defender or they're having some issues. I mean, we can't just wait for presence because we need to interview them first and establish an attorney-client relationship. And unless we hear, and at that point, then if they request a waiver, then we could waive their presence. But apart from that, Your Honor, I don't think we have a procedure in place for dealing with indefinite resets.
Well, we've had them as long as I've been doing this, and so I don't know that they know to request a waiver. You have to explain to them that they can if they don't want to cooperate, if they want to represent themselves and go forward pro se.
The other option is have a phone brought to the cell. We've done that in the past. We haven't done that recently, but we have done that previously.
Right.
And yes, I have done that. So she's still refusing to talk to an attorney.
Okay. So let's see what we can do. And I will hear it today. She's willing to come forward and have a conversation. Has she been reset 3 or 4 times? You said, Deputy?
She's been reset 3 times.
3
Since
times?
Monday.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this reset tomorrow?
Yes, I will be here tomorrow.
Yeah, and that'll be the last time, or see if she's gonna represent herself. Mhm.
Also, Judge, are we ready for Miss Demaya Smith?
Yes. Well, I
Alright.
mean, she's not on a calendar, but
No, we're not ready. My litigation manager says, no, not quite.
Well, let's do McQuarrie, number 18, private counsel.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. David Schnipp for Mr. McQuarrie. I'm ready whenever the court is.
Okay, good afternoon. And you said, pronounce your last name again?
Schnipper, SCHN as in Nancy, I, P as in Paul, P as in Paul, ER. Schnipper.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
25 CR 004035D. William Brock McQuarrie, charged with 1 count of simple battery, family violence, pretrial.
I got first.
I have the same. This incident took place May 28th at 1198 Lanier Boulevard, Northeast in Atlanta. This was a delayed police report filing here. The victim, Mr. Jan Rufino, YHON, Rufino, had filed it on June 7th. The officer made contact with him, and Mr. Rufino explained that the defendant, his former intimate partner, they were living together at the time of the incident and had cohabitated for approximately 8 months, had grabbed him aggressively during a verbal confrontation. The victim here presented video evidence capturing the assault and provided information, the simple battery to the officer, as well as the defendant's identifying information. Law enforcement observed the video, which showed the defendant going around the kitchen counter and grabbing the victim in an aggressive manner. We have reached out, but we have not yet heard back from the victim in this case, Mr. Rufino. Out of an abundance of caution, we are going to be asking for no further contact with the victim here and to stay away from 1198 Lanier Boulevard, Northeast Atlanta. State is fine with a signature bond, given the absence of a history here. No drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond. And if we could sound for Mr. Rufino, if he managed to make it on.
All right, and what was the recommendation again?
Signature bond through pretrial services, Judge. I certainly through pretrial, I believe the delay in reporting was made in relation to some fear from the defendant. So we would ask for a signature bond through pretrial, no further contact, stay away, and no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond.
Okay. All right, Mr. Snipper.
Yes, ma'am. Your Honor, Ms. McCreary is 60 years old. As it's been already established, this is his first arrest. He grew up in the Atlanta area. It is my understanding that the 1198 Lanier Boulevard, Northeast Atlanta, Georgia 30306 is owned by Mr. McCreary. And that I understand that Mr. Rufino does not live there anymore. So I would respectfully ask that he obviously should be able to go back to his own home. Again, Mr. Rufino does not live there, so I would ask that stay away not be granted. He is in the real estate industry. He used to work for Coca-Cola. He has one grown daughter. Cece is 28. Again, he has no criminal history and obviously a good candidate for bond. But for the stay away there, defense is fine with the recommendations.
All right. I will order a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial. I'm going to order a 2-day anger awareness course through pretrial. I'm going to order no further contact with the victim. And what I will do is what we sometimes do is allow a police escort to go back, sweep the property, make sure that it appears that the victim does not reside there as best that the officers can usually tell. And he can reside there as long as the victim does not reside there. If they go back and Mr. Ravina happens to be there, or, you know, all his clothes and shoes and everything are theirs, if someone lives there, then they will probably not allow him to stay until he can have the officers to come back to sweep the property again. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's what I usually do to make sure, because we have to make sure that the victim is safe and gone from that location. No drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And I believe that's it.
Was that level 1 you're on?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, level 1. Forgot to say that. Level 1.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
ma'am.
Anything
Thank you.
else? All right. You're welcome.
Thank you. Have a good day, or have a good weekend. Thank you.
All right. You too. Thank you.
Number 1, Alexander.
Okay. Number, which one? Thought we already did. I thought we already
Number
did.
1, Alexander.
Oh, it's 2.
Number 2, I'm sorry.
It's been a long week for all of us, I believe. Number 2, 25 CR 004055J, Robert Alexander, charged with 1 count of simple battery family violence.
6, 2017 shoplifting no low. I got 2015 simple battery DV first offender. That's all.
Okay.
This happened, Your Honor, on July 3rd, 2025 at 6621 Waterton Avenue Southwest in Atlanta. Ms. Charnel Furba was speaking with the defendant, the father of her child, over a missing Apple Watch. As Ms. Furba tried to retrieve her Apple Watch from the defendant, he struck her, knocking the glasses off of her face. Ms. Furba then left the home and called the police. As you heard, the defendant has 5 cycles. most notably, he has a probation violation from 2015, a simple battery first offender from 2015 that was reduced from aggravated stalking, and a simple battery family violence from 2011 in DeKalb County, where that was later dismissed. We did speak with Ms. Furba. She stated they are in a relationship. They live together at that location and they share a child. She says that she does not remember what she told the police and she was in a panic. She has stated she has not heard or spoken to the defendant since this incident, and she does want to continue contact. However, the state would not recommend that given the circumstances and given his history. We are asking for a $2,500 surety bond, no further contact with Chanel Furba, stay away from 6621 Waterton Avenue Southwest in Atlanta, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. The state's reasoning here, Your Honor, is that she says she has not seen or spoken to him since the incident on July 3rd. If he's managed to find somewhere to stay for the last 15 days, he can find that same place to stay during the duration of this case. At this time, we would like to sound for Ms. Charnel Furba. That's all for the state.
All right, Ms. Charnel Furba.
I'm here.
Okay, if you wish to address the court, you have to turn on your camera and I'll have to swear you in first.
Okay.
Oh, I see you. All right, raise your right hand for me. Do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
I do.
All right, put your hand down for me. Are you in fear of Mr. Robert Alexander?
No, ma'am.
Okay, do you want to have any further contact with him?
I'm fine with that.
Having no contact or contact, which
I would like to continue with the contact because we do share a child with each other, and he does have 2 other children that he does care for. He pretty much works 6 days a week, so we've never really had any problems. So I'm not concerned about anything ever happening.
How old is the child you have with him?
He is 23 months. He'll be 2 at the end of this month.
Okay. And this occurred on July 3rd?
Yes.
And you've been together since that date?
I have not really been around. I've kind of been bouncing back and forth because I'm trying to find work for myself. So I really have kind of been like busy and focused. So if he has tried to contact me, I haven't really paid attention to it. We basically were temporarily staying with, one of his family members, his sister, because we just moved out of a home that we were sharing together. So we've just been kind of temporarily staying with his sister. So we really, like I said, we don't have problems, honestly.
Okay. But we just want to make sure that you and your children or your child will be safe. That is the concern of the court, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's hear from his attorney and then you can listen in to the ruling, okay?
Okay.
All right. PD Chatai.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Alexander tells me that he's 42 years old. He's a lifelong Atlanta resident. He got through school as far as the 11th grade, and he does have a GED. He tells me that him being here, his job at FedEx is in jeopardy. He's been working there as a driver for the past year. Your Honor, for those reasons, he asks for the lowest bond possible. Now, in terms of the stay away order, Your Honor, I'm not sure if he's still at the address, but I would ask for a one-time police escort anyway. If they get to the address and find that Miss Furba isn't there anymore, then we would ask for him to be allowed back in.
So the address that we have as the incident location, is it true, Ms. Furba, that neither of you reside there anymore?
That is correct.
Okay. What is that address again, Deputy Falk?
The address we had at the incident, which was from a little around 2 weeks ago, was 6621 Waterton Avenue Southwest in Atlanta.
Okay. And so that's the address you all moved from, Ms. Furba?
So originally we stayed in DeKalb County, and we moved out of the home that we were in because it was rat infested. So we had to leave. So we ended up, talking with his sister and asking if we could temporarily stay there until we found, another place to stay. And like I said, I haven't really been around because my son be in daycare sometimes, but he hasn't been because I don't really have anyone to watch him.
Right, but my question was, this Warrington, our warrant address that we have, the 6621, is that where you all moved from and neither of you reside there anymore? Or is that where you're residing now? That was what I wanted to know.
Well, yeah, I guess so. I guess to answer the question, yes, that's where we're staying at temporarily, I guess.
Okay, so is that his sister's home?
Yes, that's his sister's home.
And that was where the incident occurred, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to order the $2,500 surety bond. And with that surety bond, I'm going to order no further violent contact with the victim. I won't do the stay away at this time. There may be some issues with housing going on. But as long as there's no more violence, then I guess the parties can be around each other. But Mr. Alexander will be on a $2,500 surety bond to have no further violent contact. He is to have no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And I believe that's it for now.
Number 14, Langley.
Okay, hold on, before we start Langley, can we take a 2-second break for a second? Langley is 14. I'm gonna recess for a few minutes and I'll be right back.
Courtroom 2?
Yes.
We have received the second calendar. Can you put, have you received it yet? Because if you put your information in the chat, I can email it. Same thing with Fulton County ACDC. I can send you the add-on calendar. If you just put your information in the chat directly to me, I can email it to you.
Here in courtroom 2, we received it.
Great. ACDC?
We also received it as
Okay,
well.
wonderful. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right, we're on position, is it 14?
Yes, number 14.
Okay, 25 CR 004047D, Diego Langley, charge of 1 count of criminal trespass. First, I see. Is that correct? State first arrest?
I have a total of 2. I don't have what that other one was, but we're ready to proceed with that information right now.
Okay.
So, Judge, this incident took place July 14th of this year at 881 Hemp Hill Avenue, Northwest Atlanta. That is Georgia Tech property. The defendant had returned to the location despite having been issued multiple criminal trespass warnings. One on June 17th, one on July 6th, and one on July 13th, the day prior. Officers involved with the July 6th and 13th incidents with the issuing of those warnings were not aware of the existing trespass warnings already issued to the defendant. So that is why this incident date is what it is here on July 14th when he returned again. Of those warnings, the July 6th one, that one was for a period of 2 years. And on these previous incidents, the 2 trespasses from July were given due to the defendant approaching women, invading their personal space, engaging in inappropriate behavior, and either asking multiple miscellaneous questions or staring at them. He was reported to have towered over one woman while she was lying in a hammock, staring at her, walking back and forth closer and farther away from her, before walking over to some bushes and putting his hands near his privates and looking at her. So, given the concerning behavior here, and given that he continues to return to the property despite these criminal trespass warnings, there is a risk of reoffense here. The state is asking for a $2,000 surety, social worker visit for BHET, stay away from all Georgia Tech premises and property, and no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond. And that is all.
Yeah, it's a second arrest. The PSA had first arrest, but he was just arrested June 27th for trespass out of Brookhaven.
Okay. Thank you. All right, whose case is this? Okay, PD McLean.
Thank you, Honor. He's 21 years old. He lives with his mom over in Dallas, Georgia. So he's local. That's really local. It's just far suburb. High school, Paulding, some college, and his jobs have been in the retail arena. We would ask the court to consider the lowest possible bond would be appropriate for this case, including a signature bond if possible. No objection to the social worker visit.
Okay. I'm going to order the $2,000 surety bond, social worker visit, that surety bond, stay away from all, is it Georgia Tech properties?
Yes, Your Honor.
And no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And that's it.
Position,
2.
What number?
2 or 10, what you say? Couldn't hear you.
They froze.
Oh, Lordy. Let's see.
This was on.
Huh?
If the second count, then they should come with it.
You can do it on 5. I guess she's ready. You ready, Francois?
yes, I guess it went out or something.
Yeah, it froze. Yeah,
okay.
it froze on us.
Okay, Judge, it's gonna be add-on number 7, Demaya Smith.
Hold on a second, I don't have it. It's coming through the door as we speak. Hold on one second.
About to be gone.
All right, and you said the add-on one?
Yes.
Oh, we don't have it yet.
Yes, we do.
Oh.
I just gave it to you. Position, did you say 9?
7.
7. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
7. Tyree Richardson.
No, Judge, it's Demaya Smith.
Sanders. Thompson. I don't have it in my here. I don't.
On the add-on, you don't?
No.
No, we
let me-
don't.
Hold on, let me call Michael.
You know what? I'm about to bring y'all a copy over
Okay,
there so we can go.
Thank you, Susan, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't
I
have
think we
that.
got it.
Thank you.
I'm nearly done.
And I just emailed it to you, Judge Mincy and Miss Young.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mhm.
Want me to give you the case number while you do that? While I do that?
Yeah. Yes, sorry.
Uh,
I think I
I got
have,
it.
we got it now at the same time.
Yeah, we got it at the same time. Come on with the calendar. Thank you.
Yeah,
so y'all want the calendar?
we do.
All right.
All right.
Printer's not working.
Demaya Smith, yeah, printer's not working over here. 25 CR 004068Y, 1 count of criminal trespass. And this is her first arrest. State?
Yes, Judge. So this incident took place July 16th of this year at 4539 Doral Drive, Southwest Atlanta. Law enforcement responded to a dispute call there involving the caller's ex coming to the resident, trying to gain access before breaking a window at the location. And dispatch was notified that a firearm was involved. Everyone was screaming. A number of parties were screaming and yelling when officers arrived. One of the involved parties pointed at a female, later identified as the defendant, and identified her as the one who broke the window. The officer made contact with several parties here. Miss Cassandra Stamper, the homeowner, who's the victim here, property was damaged, explained that she was the owner of the residence and that the defendant, whom she knew and had previously asked not to return to the residence due to prior issues, had a gun on her when she was banging on the door, her door. The officer then spoke with the 911 caller, the daughter of Miss Stamper, Laquita Mack. She stated that the defendant was her ex, but had no contact with her that day, did not invite her over to the residence. Miss Stamper showed officers a video of the incident, recorded, which depicted the defendant and a male on her front doorstep banging on the door. Defendant was detained and it was observed she had a cut to her finger and blood on her shirt and hand, presumably from striking the window. Defendant was placed under arrest. We have spoken with the victim here. She explained that the defendant and her daughter, Miss Mack, were in a relationship and that the defendant had been trying to reach her daughter, but her daughter was not responding. So the defendant showed up to the home, banging on the door, looking for her daughter and trying to attack her, from her understanding. She stated that the defendant did bust out the window, which was observed by the officers here, and stated that she does not want contact with the defendant and for the defendant to stay away from the residence. She may be on Zoom. We would ask the court sound for her when appropriate. Despite the defendant not being found in possession of the firearm at the scene, given the victim's statements about the defendant having the gun while she was banging on the door and her reasons for being there at all, again, from Ms. Stamper's understanding, she was angry with her daughter trying to attack her, and she damaged the property trying to get in. We are concerned for the victim's safety. We're concerned for victim's property here, and for Miss Laquita Mack's safety as well. There's also a risk of reoffense because the defendant was told not to return, and she did so anyways. So we are asking that the bond remain set at a $1,200 surety for the defendant to complete a 2-day anger awareness. Have no further contact with Cassandra Stamper. Have no further contact with Laquita Mack. Stay away from 4539 Doral Drive, Southwest Atlanta. Surrender any and all firearms to the sheriff's office, and no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond. And again, if we could sound for Miss Stamper and or Miss Mack if she's on the line as well.
And Ms. Stanford or Miss Mack?
Afternoon, how you doing?
Good afternoon, how are you?
Fine.
You are Miss Stanford?
Stamper.
Stamper, Stamper. I see that. And is that a baby in your arms?
No, that's Laquita Mack.
Huh?
Laquita,
Okay, how old is she?
18.
To the right of you?
She 18. No, that's my shirt.
You know what? And I kept looking at it and it's confusing me and I'm thinking, the baby's not moving. Okay, that's on your shirt.
Yeah, but Laquita was in attendance. She was here though.
She was there as well, but
She right here.
Right now she's on your shirt. Okay.
No, she right here.
No, I'm talking about your shirt. Yeah, the baby. That's what was confusing me, was the baby on your shirt.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That you have. Okay. All right. And I just will ask you 2 questions. Raise your right hand for me, or both of you if you want to answer. Do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. So first, Miss Stamper, are you in fear of Demaya Smith?
Not so really, but I have asked Miss Demaya Smith know that I am not fond of her. She know that I do not like her, period. I have asked her several times, and she know when she pull up in my house to remove herself from my home, she doesn't do that. And I feel like this time right here, it's a little disrespectful because when my child called me and stated that Demaya was at my home, I pulled up as a grown person. Would you like to leave my premises? She stood there in force mode like she not going nowhere.
Okay, so you don't want to have any more contact with her, is that correct?
I don't want her in my residence at all.
Okay. And for you, Miss Mack, are you in fear of Miss Smith?
No, ma'am.
Do you want to have any further contact with her?
Yes.
Okay, but not at your mother's house, obviously.
No.
Okay, and do you live there still?
Yes.
Okay, well, your mother doesn't want her there, so it's your mom's house. You got to follow those rules, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how old are you?
18.
18, okay. And you are just friends with Miss Smith, or what's the relationship?
We're just friends for now.
Friends, okay. Okay, I don't have any further questions. State, do you have anything?
You said you're just friends now. You used to date, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Let's see, McLean?
Your Honor, Miss Smith is 24. She is, like we said, first arrest, 3 years of college, Your Honor. And she works in the food industry. We would ask the court to consider the signature bond, of course, and the no contact, stay away, that's up to the court based on the circumstances and what the court has heard from the complainants. Thank you.
All right. I will order a 2,500 signature bond through pretrial at a level 1. I'm going to order that she have no further contact with the victim, Ms. Stamper. And I guess the other victim, Ms. Mack, for right now. Let's make sure this is cooled down because it just happened about 24 hours ago. She should surrender any firearms that she may have, surrender them to the sheriff's department immediately. No drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And I'll just do, no further contact for right now. And the, I think the state requested to stay away as well. And Ms. Stamper doesn't want her at the property. So there'll be a stay away and no further contact, for now. And that's it.
Add on number 5, Ms. McClaney.
This is 25 CR 004066G, Geneva McClaney, charged with one count of battery family violence. I'm sorry, 2 counts of battery family violence, 2 counts of simple battery. Well, no, sorry, let me start over. 2 counts of battery family violence, 3 counts of simple battery, 1 count of cruelty to children in the third, and 2 counts of criminal trespass and damage to property. So that's 8 charges. Is that correct, State?
That is correct.
Okay, and let's
I
see.
got first.
First, okay.
This happened July 16th at 109 Ashley Forest Drive in Alpharetta. Aldarius McClaney and his sister were arguing about gas money. She grabbed his Xbox and yanked it down, which yanked his TV, which it was attached to the ground, damaging the screen. The defendant then was forced out of the room by Mr. McClaney, broke down the bedroom door when he tried to close the door. She again began fighting with her brother over the Xbox, scratched him, bit him, and struck him in the head with a can of Sprite. Officers observed bleeding scratches to his neck, a laceration above his ear, and he was wet from what appeared to be liquid from soda, as well as damage to the door and TV. The defendant's minor child, EM, who was approximately 10 years of age, witnessed the incident. This is her first arrest. We did speak with Mr. McClaney, and he stated that he was allowing her to stay there with him. He confirmed the events in the warrant. He said he called the police so she would leave, and that the door has been fixed. He is not seeking restitution for the TV. He's okay with no violent contact, and the defendant will be leaving the residence. For that reason, we're asking, and the fact that this is her first arrest in SOB through pretrial services level 1, no further violent contact with Aldarius McClaney, stay away from 109 Ashley Forest Drive in Alpharetta, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and 2-day anger awareness. At this time, we would like to sound for Aldarius McClaney, and that's all for the state.
All right, Aldarius McClaney.
I'm here.
All right, if you wish to speak to the court, you need to turn your camera on. All right, do you wish to answer a few questions for the court?
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand so I can swear you in. Do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, put your hand down. Are you in fear of Miss Geneva McClaney?
No.
Do you want to have any further contact with her?
Yes.
All right, do you all have children together?
No, it's my sister.
Oh, it's your sister, I'm sorry. Okay. Do you all live together?
She's been staying with me for the last couple months with my mom being moved. Just to say a few things is she's never been like this before. That's my baby sister. Just one night, just a bad argument gone bad, but I'm not looking for anything. I really just want her home to get to her niece, her daughter, my niece. Like I said, the door's been fixed. I'm not tripping on that. I fixed it myself. The TV, I'm not worried about it. I fixed that too. I just want my sister home, and the whole thing of calling the police was just to get us separated from each other for that night. So I'm not mad at her. I'm not scared of her. I'm not wishing anything bad on her. I just wanted her to be separated. I didn't even want to press charges or anything like this because she does have her daughter, and it's really just us 3 right now in Georgia together. So,
Okay. All right. Anything from the state? No. All right, go ahead, PD Chatai, I'm sorry.
No objection to the state's recommendation, Your Honor.
All right. Let's see, criminal trespass or damage to property, 500 on each. That'll be one. 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's going to be a, let's see, then I'll do 500, 500. Okay, let's see. On the battery family violence, 1,000 each on those. So that's 2,000. And then on the simple batteries, that will be, it's 3 of those, so that will be 500 on each of those, 500 on the cruelty. Well, 500 on all the rest. So that'll be a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, $5,000. Signature bond through pretrial, 5,000 at level 1. But at 5,000.
Your Honor, may I ask a question?
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Yeah, 5,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. A 2-day anger awareness course, which is free through pretrial. And let's see, no further violent contact with the victims, I guess the child and the brother. And I think that is it. Oh, no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond.
And Mr. McClaney, just to explain that $5,000 signature bond, she'll be able to sign her own bond through pretrial services. She will not have to put forward any money, if that was your question.
Okay, yeah, and I was just trying to also understand the criminal trespassing, how,
Right, that was for the damage to your property, sir.
okay.
Yep.
And so again, this is just the bond hearing. This is not trial. It's not the resolution of the case or anything like that, okay?
Okay.
That will come later and you will get to speak to the advocates and the prosecutors about the rest of the disposition or progress of the case, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Number 16, Maxby.
16. Twenty-five CR 004049E, Jaquez Magsby, charged at 1 count of loitering and prowling. 2nd count, wearing a mask, hood, or device which conceals the identity of the wearer. Possession and use of drug-related objects and willful obstruction of law enforcement. I have 4 charges. Pretrial.
13. 2024, fade to appear. 2023, 2 counts of trespass conviction. 2019, probation. And a 2011, possession of tools for commission and trespass conviction.
And pretrial, did you list, did you cite the FTAs, the 2024 FTAs? There should be 3 of them.
I just did one of them.
Okay. Well, I see 3 of them within the same year and recent criminal trespass convictions in addition to what you stated there. There was also a burglary in the 2nd, robbery and theft by taking case from 23 that was DWAP'd. So this took place on July 15th of this year. Law enforcement was dispatched in reference to a letter prowl call at the residence located at the residence of 1035 Oak Street Southwest. And I believe that's in Atlanta. I'll check back. The call indicated that someone was attempting to break into the house and described the individual. When the officer arrived to the location, he observed an individual, later identified as the defendant, matching said description, wearing a black mask over his head. He was at that time crossing the street away from the location of the residence. The officer got out of his patrol vehicle, tried to speak with the defendant. He refused to provide any identifying information despite the officer's request here, and was placed under arrest. When searched, he was found to be in possession of a clear glass smoking pipe containing residue of what officer believed to be crack cocaine here. Law enforcement checked the property and found that the rear door of the home had been damaged. And the 911 caller, who wished to remain anonymous, also provided a still photo of the defendant inside the residence. So it sounds like he made his way in here. With respect to his history here, I mean, given the number of he's got several recent criminal trespass convictions. He has a prior, that felony case that pretrial mentioned, that is similar in nature. There is a risk of reoffense here and a risk to community property, in addition to the risk of failing to appear with the 3 FTAs from 2024. Bond is currently set at 16,000 total surety, 4,000 on each count. State would be fine with a 3,500 total surety, 2,000 on the loiter prowl, 500 on each of the remaining counts. Stay away from 1035 Oak Street Southwest, and no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond. And that is Oak Street Southwest in Atlanta.
Okay. McLean or?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Your Honor, local address, lives with his aunt. She's local. The phone numbers are all local. He's local as can be. Went to a local high school, part of the Atlanta public school system, and graduated. He has done stock work at one of our larger pharmacy chains, drugstore chains. And he's also done landscaping. But we would ask the court to consider the lowest possible bond here, including essential bond if that's possible, but with those FDAs, if that's not possible, if it's not a proper request, then we would ask the court to give a bond that's as low as possible, because he's going to have some trouble making it. I think he may have lost that job at the drugstore chain store.
Okay. I will reduce that bond to 3,500 surety. And with that surety bond, that will be 2,000 on the loiter and prowling, and then 500 on the other 3, to make it a total of 3,500 surety. To stay away from the incident location, and no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. Did I leave out anything?
I believe you've got it all, Judge.
Okay, all right. What do we have next, deputies?
Number 8 on the add-on calendar, Mr. Thompson.
Okay.
2,000.
This is Michael Thompson, 25 CR. Okay, 25 CR 004069H. Charge of 1 count of criminal trespass. Pretrial.
666. 2024. Open case, 2 counts ag assault. Possession of a firearm during the commission. It's 24 PI 002. I have no idea. They put too many numbers on here. But it's 2024 case.
Okay.
2017 battery DV disorderly conduct first offender. 2012 disorderly conduct no law.
Yes, Judge. So this incident took place May 25th this year at Boulevard and Delmar Avenue in Atlanta. Law enforcement was dispatched there regarding damage to a bus. It was a MARTA bus here. The officer met with bus operator, Miss Kimberly Nash, who explained that an unidentified individual had boarded the bus and refused to pay the $250 fare, $250 fare. This prompted another passenger on the bus to start an argument with the fare evader. A physical altercation ensued between them. CCTV footage showed that one of the individuals involved in this altercation, identified to be the defendant, had grabbed the other individual around his neck while pushing him towards the bus front door glass, shattering said glass. The bus driver then opened the front door and both males started fighting outside the bus on the sidewalk. A bolo was put out and the defendant was ultimately found, ID'd, arrested. As you heard for pretrial, there's that 24 PI 002629 ag assault, ag battery, possession of firearm during commission. That's just last year. So that is still there. The only reason this is not a battery also, or potentially even an aggravated assault, is because we just don't know the ID of the victim. That's just how this came to us. But given the context in which this damage to the property was done, and this was born out of anger and violence, and given the defendant's history with violence here, the state's recommendation is $1,000 surety. That is the currently set bond. We ask it remain set as such for the defendant to complete a 2-day anger awareness, stay away from all MARTA premises and property, and have no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond.
Okay, and that was stay away from all Walmarts in Fulton County. MARTA, I'm sorry.
MARTA. Thank you, Judge.
I don't know where I got that from. All MARTA. And that's bus and rail. Is he already, did you say he was already trespassed from MARTA, already received a warning, or?
I did not have that in my notes here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and so you were requesting a surety bond?
That is correct. I'm requesting that the current $1,000 surety bond remain set.
Okay. Okay. All right. Go ahead, Mr. McLean.
Your Honor, he's 38, has a local address here in DeKalb County, stable address, he's a Georgian, but he's working on his bachelor's degree, hasn't quite finished it yet in the financial field. He's worked in the hospitality industry for over 10 years. We would ask the court to set the bond as low as possible for this type of case. Your Honor, given what I've heard about the FTAs, if those are correct, then I don't know Your Honor can do that, but we would ask the court to give a single bond if it's possible. But if it's not possible, then the $1,000 bond is our request. Thank you.
Okay. I think that I will just leave it at the $1,000 surety bond, given the history, the number of cycles. So 1,000 surety bond, stay away from Boulevard and Delmar. I guess if that was incident location, and stay away or cannot ride MART. I guess you have to do Ubers and other ways to get around. And, but no MARTA riding, bus or rail. No drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And that'll be it. Okay.
Number 17 on the regular calendar.
Okay.
Courtroom 2, could I make a request? Because I'm juggling a couple of calendars here. Could you also say the name of the defendant? That would kind of help.
I said.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think it muted out. I didn't hear you.
Number 17, McLean.
Thank you.
Okay. This is 25 CR 004045G Roderick McLaren. Sorry, one count of criminal trespass.
24. Open ag assault. 24 PR 005871. 2019 trespass conviction. 16 theft by taking conviction. 15 battery DV conviction and a 2012 parole violation. That's it.
Okay. State?
Yes, Judge. So this incident took place. Two individuals were arrested here. Co-defendant is Mr. Ricky Rhodes. Excuse me. There's two Rickies on the calendar. Defendant was observed alongside other individuals inside the property at the address of 1257 Gus Thornhill Jr. Drive in East Point, which is a residence that is clearly marked private property on its front. No one should have been in the location at the time. Officer made contact with the defendant, the other defendant here, and others. And the defendant had been given several warnings about being on the property previously, and he continues to return. They were all given criminal trespass warnings from the owner, I believe here. And I have as recent as, it was a 2023 conviction for criminal trespass as well, and a 2023 FTA. I don't believe that's active. And so the state would recommend here. The bond is currently set at $600 surety. The state's recommendation here is a signature bond through pretrial, a social worker visit for BHET and housing. Stay away from 1257 Gus Thornhill Drive, Junior Drive in East Point. No further contact with his co-defendant, Ricky Rhodes, and no drugs, weapons, or alcohol while out on bond.
All right. Please.
Your Honor, I'll go forward on Mr. McClern. Looks like I missed a conflict. Might need to have, see if about whether Mr. Murphy can get back on Mr. Ricky Rhodes.
I'm right here.
That'd be
Mr. Murphy's there.
yeah, so that Mr. Murphy could interview Ricky Rhodes.
Okay.
Okay, as to Rodney McClern, 54 years old, lives on Central in a house with his family. He's very local. The joining county high school graduation and actually not the graduation ceremony, but the equivalent, GED. 5 years or more in the construction industry. So he's Georgian. He's got plenty of local contacts. His emergency contact is local. His family's local. Been here a zillion years. We would ask the court to consider the lowest possible bond on this. If that is a signature bond, that's super. But if it's not a signature bond, we would ask for the $1,000. Thank you.
Okay. I know he has the open case, but I'll the $600 surety bond is where it is now, correct?
That is correct, Judge.
But I think the state recommended a signature bond through pretrial.
Could I get that open case again?
Yeah, I was gonna say is it open?
I think I may have misheard that. What was that?
It's
It
the
was an
open ag
open-
assault.
So I didn't see an open ag assault. But given that
It's
information,
on the GCIC. It's August 13th, 2024. Out of East
thank
Point.
you. So given that, state would be fine with a $600 surety remaining as set as well. I'll leave it to the court.
Okay. We'll do the $600 surety bond. Stay away from the incident location on Gus Thornhill. No further contact with the co-defendant, Ricky Rhodes. And no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond.
Your Honor, if I
Yeah.
might, I guess our point would be he'd really be better off since his family's here and could possibly make his bond. He'd be better off with a $1,000 surety because the bonding company.
Oh, I remember you telling me that before. All right, we'll make it $1,000 surety bond.
Thank you.
Okay. And the other conditions will remain the same.
Is while we have this one, is the co-defendant in the courtroom here, Mr. Ricky? Oh, I guess he's speaking with Mr. Murphy, probably. Not yet?
No.
Okay,
I've got Eric Brady to address his case, and then I'll talk to Rhodes.
sounds good.
Yeah. Number 24, Sanders.
Okay, this is 25 CR 004064Y. Bruce Sanders, charge of 1 count of PI and a willful obstruction. State, I don't know what these facts, do we need to wait or stop streaming or?
We might want to, Judge.